sides. And I think particularly, Robin and some of the early committee members became very defensive about making sure that this program, this thing that they created, survives, and maybe became overly cautious. And I think they genuinely believe that having direct cash payments is going to um, cause increase the potential for litigation with this program. And I think what my presence brings is a potentially more nuanced understanding of the legality here. And then also the boldness and willingness to push forward on our values with faith that this program can and will survive a legal challenge, and likely in our town won't be legally challenged, because there's again that nuance about taxpayer standing and who even has the right to bring a case, right? Some angry person in Alabama who just doesn't like reparations has no right to bring a lawsuit about how we spend our local tax dollars here in Evanston. And it's a very small pool of folks who would have that right to file a suit. And I believe in Evanston. I believe in our town. I believe in our people. And I think we can move forward with bold measures with confidence in our people. And even if there is a legal challenge, I am fully. Are there some potential legal issues with our program? Potentially, race-based, any race-based
Well,
program.
I think. Well, I'm always keeping my ear to the community, and I mean there are some rumblings of potential lawsuits with the housing program from Black people,
Yeah,
not
I think
white
that's
supremacists, not
yeah,
so the program ended up being a liability anyway
right.
without direct cash payments. But it was because of that money that was approved to give to the Widemans, all hell kind of broke loose in Evanston.
Agree.
All hell broke loose because you had, well, first of all, it felt like, and I'm sure you're going to defend this, but it felt like the Evanston reparations committee was kind of making up the rules as they went. So things were unclear on can renters apply? Renters don't apply. So you had a lot of renters out there who their understanding was they weren't supposed to apply. But then you have renters who applied and now they're about to get paid cash, 25 grand a piece cash, so you got some renters that didn't apply who were like, can I sue? Is this a lawsuit? Because I felt like I wasn't eligible. Then you have the 10 or whatever the number is that of the first 16 who've been serviced with home improvements. Now they're sitting back like, so I got a new toilet and shower and a window and I could have got cash. Now you got them upset, some of them upset. And and y'all got like 500 people, 600 estimated on the list. It's a lot. And then do you still need to be living here to be eligible, or have roots here, have owned property here, but you had to move because you couldn't afford to live here anymore? So can they apply? Do they have a lawsuit? Because they were told they couldn't apply, or the housing program itself is it's a mess. It's a mess. And you have Black people upset consulting attorneys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't feel compelled to defend anything there. I do think that there were some mistakes made in the way that we certainly rolled out the program, advertised the program, the criteria for eligibility, the explanation of the program. I think we didn't do a great job. I think we did what is a good job or a standard job in the standard government world of advertising a program, but it really, with understanding the complexity of this, it being first in the nation, I don't think we took the time. There was, potentially a rush at the end of the last term of the last council to pass a program. And I think it was because they were concerned that uh, they were
You looking
concerned.
for it?
Yeah, they were concerned. They were concerned that they were concerned about that the program would not end up in the way that they envisioned it. And so um, I do think that we could have taken more time to roll out the program, to explain it, to let folks know that if you are a renter, yes, you can apply for it. Now, that's assuming you're a renter who intends to purchase a house or, you know, do some home improvement. I also think, particularly for the, I'll say, I do believe we need to reopen the application. Now that we are allowing direct cash payments for ancestors, I want to be clear about that. This is direct cash payments for the ancestors. I think we need to reopen the application and allow ancestors to apply who did not apply. I don't know if there will be direct cash payments for descendants. There may be, there may not be. But if we think about it realistically, just $25,000 per person. The city's annual budget is, somewhere between, depending on the year. Last year is 400 million. Previous years it's been 350 million. So we just don't have enough money to give every Black person in Evanston $25,000. We'll never be able to do that. So I think we need to be targeted in the relief, and particularly with direct cash payments, I think we need to be targeted. And I do think those ancestors who were here during the period of harm, I think the period of harm could be extended out further. I don't think 1969 is the magic year that the discriminatory housing policy ended in Evanston. Again, I could say it even goes up to today. But I think particularly, yeah, I think particularly for those, I think if we hone it in on what I think even we shouldn't call them ancestors because that has a specific definition, but that senior group, those folks who were adults in Evanston, homeowners in the city of Evanston during what should be a wider period of harm, yeah, those folks should be able to receive direct cash payments.
Yes, you all definitely need to extend that because it's like excluding the already excluded. You're excluding a lot of people who have served this community. I'm not saying you.
No, I know it's the committee collectively, which I'm a part of.
Yeah, yes. And I'm gonna let you go. I know you have a lot going on, but it was progress yesterday, and I don't care what you say. I think you and community members that never stopped pushing for it, because it wouldn't, that progress wouldn't, I don't care what you say, that progress would not have happened because it could have happened in the past 3 years and there was no sights of it happening. No sights of it happening. So accept it, just say thank you.
Thank you.
Just accept it.